Coming up on Vegas Nation Blitz, prepping for the Colts, the Raiders looking to build off of Sunday's nail-biting loss to the Bears.
We're going to continue to do the things that make a good football team, present themselves to their opponents.
Plus, we recap Ashton Jeanty's huge game and the return of his infamous stance.
Sometimes you just got to, prove that something can work, and, that's all it is.
Let's get Week 5 rolling. Vegas Nation Blitz starts right now.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.
When I come out of away from, watching the film last night, I saw nothing but upside. And because the ability to run the football, to have a running back that is a real threat, a running game that's a real threat, allows us so much balance, so much better chance for balance in what you present to your opponent. And that's what I've always been seeking. And I thought that was the first time it really felt like that. And I'm going with it. I'm going with it. We're going to continue to do the things that make a good football team, present themselves to their opponents. And you have to do all of those things well.
That was head coach Pete Carroll from Monday discussing his takeaways from studying the film of Sunday's game against the Bears, but he isn't necessarily waving the white flag. Hello, welcome into Vegas Nation Blitz. Thank you all for joining me. I'm Dominic Lavoie. So Week 5 is now upon us, and before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's swing things over to Vinny Bonsignore for his top stories.
Well, this week is all about Geno Smith, assuming the Raiders can do the positive things that they did on Sunday, which is run the ball, defend the run, and play defense. Those were all positives that happened on Sunday. The negative, and Geno Smith would be the first to tell you, was Geno Smith. You can't turn the ball over 3 times like he did with the 3 interceptions. So it's about him cleaning it up, being more efficient. Really, it's not just the interceptions. Remember, the throw to Dante Thornton in the 4th quarter at the foot of the goal line, if Geno just throws a decent ball, that's a touchdown. The Raiders go up by 9, and it changes the entire complexion of the game. There's nothing you could do about what happened on Sunday. It's all about moving forward. And talking to Geno Smith and how critical he was of himself, how he accepted responsibility for his part in that loss, which was the biggest part, and how he vows to improve from that. That's where the Raiders need to focus. If they can do those things, what they did on Sunday, the positive way, and Geno Smith can avoid the turnovers, this is going to be a competitive game. If they don't, if either of those 2 things don't happen, Geno doesn't bounce back from the game that he had, or the offensive line and the running game isn't as good as it was, or somewhat as good as it was on Sunday, this could be a bad weekend for the Raiders.
All right. Let's talk some Ashton Jeanty now. Man, what a day for the 6th overall pick on Sunday. 21 carries for 138 yards. His longest run, a 64-yard effort where Jeanty was stumbling, rumbling, and bumbling all the way down the Raiders sideline for a touchdown. Jeanty was also getting it done in the receiving game as well. Now, these numbers aren't going to sound amazing. 2 catches for 17 yards, but guess what? There was 2 more touchdowns to boot in the catching game. And if you do the math, carry the one, that's 155 all-purpose yards and 3 total touchdowns on the day. Here's head coach Pete Carroll on Jeanty's game from Monday.
For us to come out of that game and run the football as well as we did, and protect the quarterback as well as we did, to see Ashton, you guys have all said it. Everybody's been saying, well, he just needs to break 1 run or whatever. Well, he did, and he had a great game, and he looked fantastic for us.
Now, Sunday, Jeanty brought back the infamous upright stance he used in college at Boise State. Here he is post-game speaking about his return.
That's how I naturally feel good, standing in the backfield, so it's just how I'm going to play. It's just how I like to stand in the backfield. It's just what I do. Nothing like special over explanation.
Here's how Jeanty assessed his performance from Sunday.
I mean, feels all right, I guess. To me, it's all about winning. It's not personal performance, team success. So I'm more about winning, putting W's on the stat sheet than my own personal stats.
Now we'll turn our attention to one of the guys blocking for Jeanty on Sunday. That was Jackson Powers Johnson, fresh out of the concussion protocol. He made his return blocking for the 6th overall pick on Sunday. JPJ throwing his body around with reckless abandon with hard lead blocks and a hard tackle on Kevin Byard III after one of the Bears safeties' 2 picks on the day. Here's head coach Pete Carroll on the second-year lineman's game.
He played with terrific effort, played tough as hell yesterday. really went for it, knowing that he's competing too, and which it brought out a really bright side of his strengths. He's tough, he's physical. When he got his chances, he came through, made a couple big plays, on those. But he also made some really good blocks and did a nice job for us. And the running game really popped. And so, he deserves a chance to go again.
And lastly, sticking to the offensive line, but not as a positive, Colton Miller, after being carted off the field at the end of Sunday's game, revealed through tests to have a high ankle sprain and a hairline fracture in the ankle. Miller was placed on the injured reserve list by the team Tuesday, with his expected replacement Stone Forsythe taking the field Wednesday. Head coach Pete Carroll speaks on Forsythe.
We were with him, right from the beginning, and loved the kid and the work ethic, the smarts. His mentality is just right. He started probably 14, 15 games or something, and started on the left side 4 or 5 times as well. So we're confident that he can do the job. That's why we went after him. And this is, unfortunately, the scenario that we arise puts him in playtime. So he's ready to go and excited about it and look forward to it. And I have no problem with him playing. I've played with him before.
Now, for more injury updates, Brock Bowers was limited in practice Wednesday due to his knee injury. Eric Stokes was limited for a knee injury as well, with Brennan Jackson and Michael Mayer also limited. Now, Decamerion Richardson, though, was a full participant in practice after nursing a hamstring injury. Now we're going to step away right quick, but when we come back, we highlight the fans in Heidi Fang's One Thing as she tells us about some tasty tacos, and Adam Hill joins us for his fast takes. Stay tuned.
DNR House of Diamonds is Las Vegas's elite private office jeweler. We specialize in natural and lab-grown loose diamonds, engagement rings, and custom design. If you're looking for lab-grown diamonds, we have one of the largest selections at the best prices in Las Vegas. We make luxury affordable every day.
All right, so tacos are fire, right? I know I love me some tacos, and while the nation really knows how to make them, Heidi Fang tells us more on her One Thing.
Thanks, Dom. I'm Heidi Fang, and the Raiders fans are known for their legendary tailgates. For the past few years, one spot has become well known for the smells of carne asada and their grill. The journey began in 2021, and founder Cisco Cuevas explains how it all got started.
We started at Lot J, just normal, no canopy, no tent, just tailgating. We have 4 seats out here in Vegas, and just barbecuing with my family. We pretty much grew it into a big old tailgate.
The tacos are well known around the fan base, and they'll even serve the opponents.
It's all about being united and coming together in a tailgate with just in this beautiful world, man. I invite everybody, kid friendly. This is for you guys.
When the Raiders are back in town, fans can rally at Lot J Tacos, just in front of Allegiant Stadium and found in Lot J. Back to you, Dom.
And finally, here's Adam Hill with his fast takes in Week 5.
Sunday's loss against the Bears was obviously disappointing for the Raiders, but I think if you look inside the end of the game, it shows you why football is such a beautiful, to me, and very detail-oriented game. The small things matter so much, and sometimes you miss it. You might have just seen that the Raiders had a field goal blocked to end the game, and it was disappointing, heartbreaking for everybody involved on the Raiders side. But so much went into that. If you listen to the Bears, they say that the Raiders have a little bit of a tell with how they snap the ball. So all week in practice, they're trying to figure out the timing on that. Then they have a dry run. The Raiders have a field goal attempt early in the fourth quarter. The Bears almost get it. They executed their plan. It didn't quite work. They made a slight adjustment to it, and they were ready to go for the last block of the game. On the Raiders side, Michael Mayer out with a concussion. His usual spot as the right wing on the field goal team is occupied now by somebody who doesn't do it very often in Jonah Laulu. He's got to try to make that block with a defensive player who's so well timed and so well prepared for when that snap is going to come. All those little things had to happen to go into that block field goal. So while it's a terrible moment for the Raiders, it shows why football is such a detail-oriented sport, such a beautiful game, and why so many people love it.
That'll do it here for Vegas Nation Blitz. Thank you all for tuning in, and make sure to return this Saturday for Vegas Nation Game Day to get set for the Indianapolis Colts game. Plus, to hold you over until then, make sure to follow us on social media at Vegas Nation or follow along on the web at vegasnation.com, and tune into the Vegas Nation First and 10 podcast now on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. And once again, thank you all for hanging with us. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by DNR House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.